Owen Greens. We're back at the location for JFK. We're doing channeling here. Look here. Alright. Okay, as before, you ask questions, so I'll just do the same thing last time. Hopefully the wind doesn't do what we can. Okay, here we go. Blessings. Okay. Greens, Archangel Michael, blessings. Yes, it's a sacrifice. It's done 100 years in the making, you can say. Basically, the elite knew there are going to be people coming into this world that are similar to JFK as like Lincoln, like to disconnect you from the agenda. And that was basically, they always know like a knight is going to come in, a white knight, and it's not part of the agenda, but they know they're going to sneak in somehow. They always know how they're going to do it. With Lincoln, with slavery, even if the slavery didn't really go as planned, there was still slavery afterwards, but still the unlocking of that mental, it was still a big deal. And he had, yes, his sexuality was a little bit unconventional. That's kind of the idea as an unconventional person. JFK was the same way. He was a little bit more, he didn't really know himself. He found more of himself actually as president, and he found his morality there actually, but he didn't get to really explore it fully. So this is kind of just a signal to remove people from the earth. To remove him and other presidents, a warning, but also just a warning to the people too who run society. Yes, there are aliens involved, but yes, there's different ways of looking at it where people were not ready, but people were ready, but not enough. And the way it was done for him to announce what was going on could have been done better. And he would have survived. This wouldn't have happened. He found other ways of leaking it, but he was just going to lay it out. He was getting threatened too. So he was making his own threats, obviously privately. So his threat, their threat, back and forth threats, it wasn't going well, as you can see. So, but the way he's thinking, he would be fine, but he knew there was something coming to him. So if you have any questions or anything.
Yes, thank you for connecting, Archangel Michael. First question, Ivan and I noticed the architecture and the structure of the Dealey Center here, the Dealey Memorial. Is there anything you can speak on in regards to some of the nearby buildings or structures?
Yes. Well, this was to make it happen. You had to prepare it like a departure to have them leave the earth, quickly as they wanted to. Of course, they weren't exactly sure what they were going to, if they had to do something. This place is a portal, yes. There's already a portal here, but now they're controlling it more, so they can send the soul out. And even mess with agendas, other versions of realities, and there's countless, a million different realities that happen here. But you notice in a second, everything changed. The country changed. It also shows you, there's a test to humanity too. You can fall into victimhood or be stronger. And we're still working on strength here, as you can see. Because there's many more conspiracies that could be. A lot of your conspiracy theories that are talking about this, that do research on Kennedy, have Kennedy's energy to unlock the mystery. So.
Thank you for that, Archangel Michael. I had showed Ivan a few days back in regards to a specific video, William Cooper video, with a very specific camera angle on the incident.
Yes.
What can be shared about William Cooper's message and William Cooper's video that was released some time ago?
Yes, Cooper is like an angel. Maybe not always the most positive, sure, but that was never the intention. He wants the inside scoop. So he tells people. So you call him an archangel, call him whatever you want. He was sacrificed. He knew that, but he did what he had to do, and he was in a special surface, he was deeper than he thought. But he realized he even got scared himself. It's like he has to put this stuff out even if nobody believes him. So, and Alex Jones is kind of like a watered down version of him and others. But William Cooper was, the real deal, maybe too real. He kind of get kicked out of this reality.
Sure.
He could have went even further.
Sure. Thank you for that, Archangel Michael. I had come across in other material and other lessons that I preach after about how Naval Intelligence is really the one calling the shots behind all the different CIAs, FBI's, three-letter words, shadow government. They're the ones that let kind of pull the strings and permit what can be done and what can't be done. Is there any messages in regards to the function of Naval Central Intelligence?
They're all pieces of the puzzle. The Navy is a big part because they're usually not seen. The Air Force, kind of watches the alien activity, and the Navy's some of the water activity. There's not much there so they have a lot of time on their hands, you could say. They're offshore. They're not in combat. They're in the water. They're in the sea, so they can do unconstitutional things.
I see.
Even if, they can break the law anytime they want. And NSA is connected to them. They're all kind of connected to each other. It does flow through. NSA flows through pretty strongly. NSA is like probably the largest arm. CIA is too. The NSA, you don't see it. Just like spirit, you don't see spirit. Yes. So NSA is it's like the AI. What people are worried about, basically.
So William Cooper's experience and his time in Naval Central Intelligence is where he got a lot of this information from.
Overhearing stuff. He wasn't really necessarily invited to those meetings, but his intuition, he was brought to certain situations because he can handle, I don't know if he can handle it, but he did it anyway.
I see.
But, he wasn't really looking for it, as you can probably tell.
I see. Thank you for that, Archangel Michael. Is there what can be shared, the soul origin or soul source of JFK?
A night that was very, you can call him an angel, but not really. He's more like a knight that indulged in his sexual self, his flamboyant self. Didn't really know who he was, really. This world gave him definition. He really had no identity. And you can go on lifetimes like that. And he did. So he incarnated a wealthy Illuminati family, and his father plays a big role. I believe you have some of those. And he just kind of engaged. He finally found his calling as president. He found his direction. It's like he has to be in that office to find out who he is.
I see.
So it takes you how long. You don't have to be. People don't have to have that, but for him, it did it. He needed it. So
thank you for that, Archangel Michael. Is there a message from JFK himself?
Keep digging. There's multiple realities he brought in. Yes, he was kicked off this world, basically. He wanted to live another 10 years at least, because he did have disease, he did have issues, but he really cared about people. He cared about it before, but he really became part of the Earth's consciousness. So being sacrificed made sense because it's true, honest. As many of you realize, when you're honest, it doesn't go well with family, relationships. So all of you that have a relationship get destroyed, or a family get destroyed, because you're just being who you are. You're not out to hurt anybody, but you're connected to aliens and all of this. You're not alone. He was the same way. But he got killed for it. Not to say you have to go through that too, but when you go through that stuff through family and relationships, realize that you're not alone. He is in the same, he's no different. And there's much more to it, but that's what he wants to know right now.
I see.
So. Yes. Somebody's blocking, as you can tell.
Yeah. Any other messages from Spirit?
That's your Illuminati energies. They're kind of irritated. Areas like this are going to be, yes, there's much underground here. Archon, negative Palladian beings, many different, it's a vortex among a vortex of manipulation. This whole city was taken over long ago. It is very controlling the universe in some ways. These little cities they control worlds.
Sure.
New York City, San Francisco, etc.
Sure.
So when you think you're just in this, you wonder why you're feeling the way you do, things aren't right, is because it's off-world, it's not just here. And that's why they bring trinkets here, statues, just here, other monuments from other planets, from other places. Just basically to root, like, we're controlling this world and others, and what are you going to do about it? This is why it's so hard for humanity to awaken, because it's beyond, as you know, it's beyond your physical. It goes off-world, and how many are thinking like that? It's very difficult it's so hard to comprehend something like that. But the world will find it. It has to. It might be a long road to that, but that's where you're headed. So, is there anything else for us?
That's it for my questions.
There's more, but that's all we have at this time. The buildings here, yes, are from other worlds too.
Let's turn around so I can see.
The buildings here, yes, they're from other planets. Have agendas. They want to be a part of this. They also want to unlock it. Some of them do, but not all of them. But those that have a Archon gargoyle are siphoning the vibration, kind of like holding it here for the portal to even operate correctly. That's why buildings are being gutted instead of torn down. Why did I just tear it down? Because humanity is still holding on to the old vibration of itself. It's not ready to let go. Because your history books should basically get rid of them and just connect, and you'll find multiple dimensions. You're already doing it already. If humanity just allowed multiple realities to come in, you'll feel a lot better too. Yes, strange, but better. So, all right, so let's go though. So, all right, blessings to you. That was short, good. All right, from Texas. All right, take
Thanks,
care.
y'all. Thanks,
So,
Archangel Michael.
blessings.
Cheers.